Simcha, serving Hashem with joy, is essential in our service to Hashem. So much so that the Arizal and the Rambam in the Torah, when the Torah speaks about the Toichacha, God forbid the warnings that if we won't listen to Hashem, this and that can happen. Torah concludes with the pasuk, Tachas asher lo yavadata es Hashem elikecha b'simcha u'b'tuv levav. The plain translation was understood that the pasuk is saying that this, God forbid, can happen when you were b'simcha and you had everything good, and yet you didn't fulfill the mitzvahs. But if we look in the Rambam, and if we look in the end of Hilchas Lulav, and in the Arizal, they translate the whole pasuk in a much different way. Tachas, everything could happen. You did everything right. You did all the mitzvahs. But you didn't do it with joy, realizing what you are doing when you're doing a mitzvah. That is so important that if that is missing, that's what the Torah says. It's an essential part of serving Hashem. We must always remember and feel happy and lucky for this tremendous opportunity that we could do a mitzvah. It's interesting to note that there is another translation of this pasuk. It adds up to the same thing, but in a different way. Another translation is, even if, God forbid, it was decreed for heaven, God forbid, that a person, Chas v'Sholem, should go through whatever, if he will be with joy, he could break all of those decrees. The power of Simcha is so powerful that it could break and change all the decrees that a person, God forbid, had upon himself. That is why Hasidim are always besimcha, because by learning of the beauty of mitzvahs, the beauty of our neshama, how we are gifted with the greatest gift that we can imagine, that we have a neshama, and that we have the Torah, and we have mitzvahs, that we could be close to Hashem more than we were before we ever came down, more than we could have up in heaven. That is enough reason to be besimcha all our lives. So there was a saying from Rabbi Aaron Karliner, who was one of the great disciples of the Maggid, and he said that being besimcha is not necessarily a mitzvah, not one of the 613 mitzvahs, but what simcha could do for you, no mitzvah could do.